All right, if you're joining, I'm going to go into my story here in a second. I'm just filling up my beverages. And if you guys want to join in and tune in and listen to what I have to say, I'll get into it here in a couple minutes. This is a spur of the moment thing, so forgive the low production quality. But today we're going to be talking about how AWS, Amazon Web Services, is a scam. It is a scam. Okay, I've not done a YouTube live in a while, so um, if you're around and you can, hold on a second. All right, so just yeah, hang out here if you would. I'll get into the whole situation here in a second. I just want to try and get some, uh, get some other folks on here. Hope everybody's having a great day. All right, let's see. So if anybody's here, please give me a comment. Let me know. Say hi. In the chat. Let me know if you're here. I would love to see you or to know that you're here. Okay. I'm going to just wait and see if we get anybody kind of tuning in. I mean, I'm going to leave this video on my channel. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can get some folks to tune in and check us out here. Hope everybody is having a good day. Those of you guys that are with me right now, or anybody that watches this after the fact, hope you did have a good day or are in the middle of having a good day. But please, throw me a comment. This is totally unexpected on it, random here. So, let's see. I am in Austin, Texas, where it is currently 102 degrees. We had a high of 104 degrees earlier today, and the low today is going to be apparently 77 degrees. I look forward to that because that should be nice. Okay. Let's see. I don't know how. Okay, so it looks like maybe we got a couple of people watching. If you're watching, please let me know in the chat that you're here. It has been a while since I've done a YouTube live, so I'm not quite well versed on it. I mean, I really want to be able to get to TikTok live. Hey, Susie, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm so glad you're here, Mandy. I appreciate that you're here as well. If you guys, I mean, this is, I apologize. It's not as, this is not as like, whatever. You know what? I'm not even going to give a disclaimer. You know, I'm just gonna talk about what is on my mind here. So, Amazon, as most of you know, or all of you would know, Amazon sells everything on the planet. They whether it's toilet paper or Altoids or you know whatever, they sell everything and anything. But what they also have is they have this other side that is like a marketplace for tech stuff. And mainly it's tech stuff that lives in the cloud. So, for example, if you wanted to host a website, you could actually, oops, sorry, hold on. You could sign up for this thing called Amazon Web Services, or AWS. And they have a whole slew of computer virtual computers and services and things that they offer that you can use to build like an epic website with all these features and all this other shit. Like it's really like impressive. Like what they offer is really impressive. However, if you don't know anything about it, stay clear of it. So if you just want to host a website, there are far better and easier ways to do it. Squarespace, WordPress, Wix, any of those. If you want to make a website, do not go to AWS unless you are fucking certified for AWS, because they make it so easy to rack up a bill and to figure out what is racking up these charges. You have to dive in so deep and so dense to find this one little thing that is on or doing whatever, and you turn that off and they don't charge you anymore. So I'll give you my situation. So I was considering doing a project, and this project required what's referred to as a virtual machine. So a virtual machine is like a computer inside a computer. And I wanted to use AWS to run a virtual Mac, because I'm a Mac guy. I'm comfortable with Macs. So I wanted to run a virtual Mac system. And of course, you can't just go in there and click run virtual Mac. Of course, that would be too fucking easy. But, I followed all the steps in the help doc, and I had to create this like dedicated server thing. Then under that, I had to create the Mac virtual machine. So I'm playing with it for about 2 days, and it's not working. It's not what I want. It's not doing what I need to do. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to shut this off and delete it because I don't want to pay for it. So I did that thinking, I'm good. I'm in the clear, right? Nope. I get a bill for $800. $826. I'm like, what the fuck is this for? Because I was literally doing nothing for the majority of about 2 months. So I reach out to their support system, and they said, oh, well, it looks like you had this dedicated server that was running, and because you left it on, it racked up that amount of money and that kind of a charge. I'm like, wait. I deleted the virtual machine that I created. Why the fuck am I being charged $800? Well, you had the dedicated server, even though it didn't have an instance on it. Fuck you, because you never told me, or there was no indication. There was no indication in the system that even just having this dedicated server sitting there doing nothing was going to wind up costing me $800 fucking dollars. So I'm like freaking the fuck out because I'm trying to save my money. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, as I'm sure most of you are, or maybe you have done before, but I get this random bill for something I'm not using, and it's $800 fucking dollars. I'm freaking the fuck out. So I reach out to their support system, and of course I get somebody, and the problem with like email based support is they send you a lot of cookie cutter like boilerplate stuff, like, oh, I am so sorry to see you're having all these problems. I will be happy to look into this for you. Bobbity bobbity bobbity, whatever. And they're asking me a lot of these questions like, when did you notice this? How long has it been? Blah, blah, blah. Like, bitch, you can look at that on your fucking end. Like, you have logs, and, it's pretty damn easy for them to go in and see that I was never logging into this thing. I was not using it. It was not hosting a website or a service or anything like that. There was no data going in and out of this thing. It was literally just sitting there being unused and idle. And that's costing me $800 fucking dollars. So I'm telling you, anyone that's watching this, whether it's watching now or watching later, if you ever hear the letters AWS, and somebody tells you to go there, do not. Do not. If you want to learn about what they have, it is, it's very reliable. A lot of enterprises, big companies, they use it for certain things, but they have people that are specially trained and specially certified to do this. And this is the least user-friendly way to do stuff on the internet. And to me, that's a scam. I think it's a fucking scam, because they should have a lot of information in there that says, okay, if you leave this on, you will be charged. They don't put that in there. They expect you to fucking know that. Like, they expect you to be a genius when you log in there and like, oh, I have to do this. If I don't do this, I won't be charged. But no, they make it so fucking easy for shit to just build up and accumulate. Then you get the bill and it's $800 fucking dollars for something you did nothing with. I apologize. I genuinely and wholeheartedly apologize. I I don't like getting mad. I don't like doing this, but I have to make a video and I have to talk about this to hopefully raise awareness and save many other people from getting scammed because they don't know every little single fucking minute detail about everything that could cost them money on AWS. So I have learned my lesson. I am canceling my account. I'm talking to their support people. I'm trying to get that $800 removed. If I can't get it removed, I may be calling a lawyer, because that is fucking shady ass bullshit. And it's a scam. So unless you are certified as an AWS professional, avoid it like the plague. If you want to design a website, I have, run a website. Look at Squarespace, look at Wix, look at WordPress. If you want to do a business one, I think it's called oneandone.com. There are so many other user-friendly ways to design a website, and that's what, it's one of the many things you can do at AWS. But I'm so angry. I'm so pissed off. I need to go, like, take a shower and cool off or whatever. But fuck them, fuck Amazon, fuck AWS, and fuck the fact that they're bilking me out of money that I don't even know if I'm ever going to see again. That's it. I can't even talk anymore. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me vent. And please, pray for me, or, whatever your spiritual motivations are. Please help me get the planets to align, and hopefully people at Amazon will come to the right decision and refund me for something I was not fucking using. Take care, everybody.